Calling from a 646 area code. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hi, is this me?
Yes, it is you. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
This is Patrick from Pelham Bay.
Patrick from Pelham Bay. What's on your mind?
Have you covered Bret Weinstein lately?
I have not.
Because
I'm sorry to say.
That's very good for you because I've unfortunately been listening to him. And he interviewed somebody called Dr. Mike Mew. I don't know if you've ever heard about mewing.
Like meowing?
Nope. Introduce us.
Mew, like the Pokemon?
M-E-W-I-N-G. So it's kind of. No, not really. It's when you put your tongue to the roof of your mouth and tense up. And so this pseudoscientific doctor, Mike Mew, he was just platformed by Bret for about 3 hours, and they talked about evolutionary dentistry and how you should eschew all forms of modern dentistry. Basically, don't get braces. Just let your wisdom teeth come in and fuck up your mouth.
I thought that was what you were supposed to do to like cure a brain freeze. Put the tongue on the roof of your mouth.
Oh, interesting.
Actually solves all sorts of problems.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So wait, what is my tongue doing? Like, so if I do that on a regular basis, what's going to happen? My kids aren't going to need braces?
So apparently, I mean, you already look great, but it's apparently supposed to give you a better jawline. But it's just amazing. And also this doctor, Mike Mew, has been put under he was under a disciplinary investigation for his dentistry practices. And it's just amazing that Bret Weinstein, who has this PhD in evolutionary biology, is just hawking these falsehoods. It's terrible.
I think we'll have to look into that.
I've heard something about that. The guy's also I think been on Rogan, maybe, is that right? With this sort of quack technique.
Yeah, it's definitely in the bro science sphere.
I can tell you, I cannot heap enough disrespect on Bret Weinstein's academic credentials. I think he's a charlatan. I think it's a lot easier to graduate from some of these programs than people think. And I mean, I'm not surprised.
And
also you should.
I think there's going to be an interesting thing, particularly in that sort of sphere, and it's already started to happen, right? And that is the political moment that they had found a home in has dissipated. It has become too polarized in that area, where it's just sort of it's too clear to people that if you are saying well, we got to be worried a little bit about, the Times can get away with it a little bit still, but online you can't get away with that sort of we're just asking questions about what's happening with all these things. The whole concept of the IDW, that whole area, the middle, whatever it is that they thought they were in, has not held. And so he doesn't have the ability to go and compete on real, sort of full on right-wing territory. That's why they went with that whole COVID sort of vax stuff, because, and if I had to make a prediction about Bret Weinstein, he is going to be full on into that world of getting wooier and wooier, as it were. And
I think it's going to be remunerative for him because he and his wife are going to teach for Peterson Academy. So they're probably going to make thousands of dollars off of these pseudoscience seminars.
Without a doubt. I think that's where it's going. I think it's going into that sort of into that sort of, it's going to get a little bit more George Norrie and Art Bell and Coast to Coast, if you will. And, on some level, I don't think it's healthy for society, but it's not quite as problematic.
Well, I do think it's exploiting this tension that people feel where we are in a for-profit healthcare system in this country, and having your health problems solved cheaply by your own tongue movements is tantalizing to people, because otherwise they'd have to spend a lot of money. You could just will yourself into having to do your own dentistry as opposed to, spend thousands of dollars out of pocket to get something fixed. That's what they're
Yeah, that's a really interesting point, that it dovetails with libertarian ideology, that you can bootstrap your way towards away from malocclusion and towards healthy jaw alignment.
Right.
It's incredibly strange.
I also want to thank you for now making me completely obsessed with trying to push my tongue up into the top of my roof. Thank you for that.
Enjoy that tonight. Yeah. Also,
Thanks.
You guys should check out the Decoding Gurus podcast. They do deep dives on members of the intellectual dark web, and it's really interesting to listen to.
Yeah, Cosign, great podcast.
Decoding Gurus.
Decoding the Gurus.
Mhm.
Yep.
Nice.
Appreciate the call.
Just sounds like face yoga. Have you ever heard of that?
They don't want you to know about
That,
that.
right, it's being suppressed.
We would tell you about face yoga, but then we would have to kill you. Let's take another call. Calling from a